Good morning, peoples. December the 9th. Today class, pay attention. Today we learn that it is better to give thanks for the blessings we already have than to pray for more blessings. So there, you greedy prayer bastards. It's better to give thanks for the blessings we already have. Didn't we cover that yesterday? We did. The greatest and most effective of all prayers are those offered as gratitude for the blessings we already have. He's cheating us out of a fresh paragraph by regurgitating yesterday's message. The power of prayer has been discussed and dissected by theologians and disbelievers alike since the origins of religion. For the faithful, prayer is the direct line to God. For the disbelievers, and you know who you are, you disbeliever. Isn't that kind of like deplorable? You disbelievers. For the disbelievers, I mean, I like Napoleon. I'm gonna let him go on this one. The disbelievers, it may be nothing more than a method of organizing thoughts and affirming goals. Oh, okay. That's kind of what I said yesterday, that even if you're not a spiritual person, you don't go to church or a temple or whatever. And it's really funny that I'm living in the land of Buddhists, and I forgot Buddhists when I said people who pray, right? I was like Jewish, Islam, Christian. Well, Buddhists pray too. They pray at the temple down on their knees, and they bow and their heads below Buddha and all that. So, yeah, I forgot Buddhists. Imagine that. For the disbelievers, it may be nothing more than a method of organizing thoughts and affirming goals. Well, yeah, that's right. So he keeps talking about prayer, but it's not necessarily prayer. It's having an attitude of gratitude. That's exactly what we talked about yesterday. Whatever you believe prayer to be, it is your connection to the mysterious source of power that resides outside the realm of the physical, the mysterious power. Do you believe in the mysterious power, you disbeliever? Never let a day go by without a prayer of thanks for the bounty you enjoy, no matter how small it is. And go out of your way every day to expand a part of your time and energy in helping others. Remember, too, that no problem is unique or new. You can always seek advice or help. And you are never alone. A greater power is with you always. Learn to rely on it. So he reiterated what I said yesterday about even if you don't necessarily believe in a certain God or any God or worship, this still applies to you. But then he went on to say, believe you're never alone, a greater power, which is the religious concept, obviously, is with you, always learn to rely on it. And once again, if you're religious, I'm not bashing you. I don't go to church, as I said. I'm not a practicing Catholic is what they call it, as far as going to church and all that stuff. But I get it. I understand it brings comfort to people and gives people strength and things like that. So I don't, put it down. I don't practice it myself. If you don't believe, then going back to what I said yesterday and what he said in the first paragraph today, which is being having an attitude of gratitude, it has nothing to do with religion. That has everything to do with being grateful for what you have, what you've been given, for what you've achieved, right? All that. And yeah, you achieved it, I get it, but still be grateful for the results of that hard work. You worked hard, you got what you wanted. You're very successful, you're comfortable, you're healthy, whatever you're grateful for, be grateful for it. And honestly, that has nothing, in my opinion, to do with religion. But the thing about religious people and political people is they want to look at everything through those glasses, right? That viewpoint, that perspective. I don't. I'm not political, I'm not religious, so I don't look at everything through those two lenses. So that's it for today. We'll keep this one short, especially because I did a friggin' 40-minute video on Visa and stuff yesterday. Oh, no. Yeah, just as soon as I go to hit the stop button. So as a quick follow-up to the long video from yesterday, it took me with my hired gun, with my killer, little Miss Porn, little 5 foot tall, you know, she's 50 something years old, little tough guy, came up from Chiang Mai. With her, it still took over 3 hours. I spent 40 minutes standing at Bank of Bangkok. I'll name names, Bank of Bangkok, don't use them. I read on all these online blogs how they're the easiest bank to deal with for Farang. Not the Mae Hong Son branch, not the Pai branch on Walking Street, which is the only branch in town. Right? They have ATMs, but there's one branch with people in it, and they suck. They suck, as my friend Mike Smithgall says, like they suck big hairy camel cock. They're just terrible. There is no customer service. 300 baht. I said there's a service charge to get a statement. It was 300. No, let me say 300 baht. $3. I keep with the American money, and they do $3. It's $3 to get a frigging statement from your own bank. 100 baht. $3, which is ridiculous. And I had to wait 40 minutes for the privilege of paying them $3 to get a statement of my money. And the money that's in there, the 800,000 baht, which I meant to do my little calculator thing and see what that is. Sorry. I know, like I said, it's 25, 26 grand, right? Because a million baht is 30,600 because I did check the rate yesterday. It was 30.63 to 1. Remember I said it goes between 30 and 31, so 30.63 is the current rate. So I meant to see what 800,000 and 65,000 were to do the follow-up video. But regardless, it's roughly $25,000 that's sitting in that bank, my money, interest-free. Right? I'm loaning that bank, those cocksuckers, 25 grand and not getting a fucking penny back. No income, zero, not even 0.05 or whatever the hell they're giving in the States now for, interest-bearing savings or checking. So I'm not even making, 0.1% of my money, zero, zilch. And I went there. I said, okay, here, I'm making a deposit. I want to update the book to show I made the deposit. That's part of what you have to do for the thing. I was in and out, 5 minutes in, the lady's like, you need your passport. I need my passport to get a statement and pay you 100 baht. I knew about the 100 baht, but the passport part, I did not know. I guess I did it last time. I don't remember. It was whatever, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months ago. I think it was in October, so 2 months ago. So I came back to TTK, which is right around the block. And I was walking. I was trying to be healthy. I walked to get my photos. I walked to the bank. So I walked back to TTK, and then I said, well, we'll go pick up Miss Porn. It sounded like porn when I saw the video the other day. Porn, P-A-R-N. You rat bastards, porn. No, her name's not Miss Porn. It's Miss Parn. Parn like yarn. We'll pick up Miss Parn at the bus thing from Chiang Mai, the little bus station. So we took the car back. I parked. I walked in. There was like 7 customers there. So in America, a 5-minute wait, maybe. One lady disappeared after she helped the customer she was with. There was 2 tellers at the counter. She helped a customer, and I'm like, she disappeared. So there was a tall, skinny, dirty Thai guy. Now, I say that because the Thai people are very clean. My girl showers 3-4 times a day. I mean, just normal. It's cold right now. She's freezing her ass off. 70 degrees last night, and I'm walking around, short sleeve shirt, shorts. I'm like, wow, 70 degrees. This is great. And she's freezing. She's in a jacket. She's shivering. Oh, darling, cold, cold, cold. All the Thais are in these big puffy coats, like winter coats. 70 degrees. And they're all fucking wrapped up like, and I'm, finally, for the first time in 8 months, comfortable. I'm not sweating. I don't need to be under a fan. I'm good. 70 fits me just fine. I used to keep my house at 74. In the summer, AC, I put it on 74. So I'm good with 70, and they're not. They're definitely not. She's freezing. So because it's so cold, she's down to 2 showers a day. She'll shower in the morning and at night, just because she's freezing. And, she comes in from the shower, she's like, and she wraps up immediately, hops under the big blanket. I bought a comforter last January. I bought a $200 comforter once again, now I know that's 6,000 baht, right? Which is a lot of friggin' money. But back in America, when I was making 40 grand a flip, a $200 comforter, and it cost me $200 to ship it to her because of stupid immigration and customs and, you know, bribing the post office to release it and all that crap. You know, it was insane. It costs as much to ship it and get it to her as it costs to buy it. So it's $400 friggin' comforter, but it's good. It's white, it's down. It's like the ones you have on the cruise ships and the nice hotels. It's a really good comforter. So she dives into that thing and just, so in the time it took me to walk back here, just like 2 blocks, get the car and go back, there's 7 customers. And most Thai people are super clean. This guy was dirty. He was a backpacker. He had the backpack on. Tall, skinny dude, dirty, filthy, crusty jeans. His jeans look they haven't been washed in like, you know, 6 months. I mean, he was just dirty, dude. You know, and once again, Thai guy, weird, very strange. And he was at that counter, that same customer with that one customer service lady for 40 minutes. And finally, the manager, who, you know, reluctantly saw that there's an issue and that, you know, they keep people stacking up and they couldn't fit any more people in the little sitting area, waiting area. I guess I got to work today instead of sitting behind the desk and looking pretty. So he goes and takes the teller spot who's out to lunch or in the back doing something. And he helps one customer. And then I come up and I'm like, okay, I need a statement. For what? Visa. So he should know I need this particular statement, you know, in a certain format saying certain things for Visa. They do it all the time. Cold? Cold? Chai? Cold? She's cold. Go figure, she's cold. And it is 60 something this morning. I didn't check the temperature. It's not 70 like it was last night on Walking Street. It's 60 something, which is why I got the shirt on and the long pajamas. Hear it? Hear it? Come. Say hello. Cold. Yeah, you got a towel, so what? Yeah, you got a towel. She's sneaking up. She's sneaking up like she's stalking a tiger.
Yeah, now.
Cold? Now.
Cold
now.
now.
Cold now.
Why now? No.
She was stealing my body heat this morning because I'm like a friggin' radiator. I throw off heat. So I'm very popular with my bed partners in the winter because I'm just like having a space heater under the fucking blanket. I literally radiate heat like a radiator, like a metal radiator or oil heater, whatever, like a fireplace. I throw off heat. I'm hot. I throw off heat. So she was friggin' loving it this morning. Anyhow, yeah, so 40 minutes in the bank to get a statement to pay $3 for 100 baht, a statement from my bank. I opened it in that branch because they have all this crazy shit where, oh, you opened it in the Bank of Bangkok in Chiang Mai, so you got to pay to do things up here in another province. So if you open a bank account in Georgia and you move to Florida, you got to pay every time you do a transaction. I mean, that makes no sense to Western people, but that's the Thai way, right? Money. Remember, they're focused on the money, so whatever the excuse they can make. While I was there at the counter the first time, making the deposit, foreigner came up next to me. He was Swiss or some European, German, something. And he said, I'm making a deposit. And it was 2,500 baht, you know, less than 10 bucks. Right? Because 3,000 baht is 100 bucks. So it was less than 100 bucks. 2,500 baht, 80 bucks. And he goes, I want to make a deposit. And she goes, okay, we get commission. And he goes, commission? No, you don't get commission for a deposit. Yes, because it's a foreign account. And he goes, it's not a foreign account. I opened it here. That's what I was just saying. There shouldn't be any fee. And he knew the rules and the regulations like I talked about. And she said, no, there's charge for deposit. And he's like, you get one free. And once again, he knew the rules. He had researched it and all that. And she's like, no, you pay. So it's a fucking shakedown. in a bank, and this is Bank of Bangkok. I mean, if you go to Bangkok, there's huge frigging towers. It's like Bank of America or Chase or Citibank. It's a big frigging bank with tons of money. You give commission. It's a shakedown. It's a fucking shakedown, and it was wrong. He knew what was right, which is you can make one deposit, I guess, a month, a year. I don't know. I don't know the rules, right? I've never been charged a commission to make a deposit, so I'm not sure what was going on with his account, but he knew that it should have been a free deposit, and he was adamant about that. And she, no, you got to pay. You got to pay to deposit money in your account. And he was like, he just walked away. He didn't argue with her. He didn't get in a fight with her. He just walked away. So I am going to take my business. I talked to Parn yesterday. I got 2 more months. I gotta keep that money in that bank for 2 more months, and then I'm good. And remember, I talked about yesterday in the big long Visa video. It's my money. I can take it out. It's not the elite Visa where I'm paying the government to stay here. I just had to show that I had the means, that I don't need free health care or anything when I'm here. I can pay my own way, which I've been paying my own way since March. But that's what that demonstrates. Having the 800,000 baht in the bank shows that you're not an indigent, right? That you're financially stable. So in 2 more months I get to pull it, and I will pull it out of there, especially after I stood there waiting for a stupid piece of paper for 40 minutes after I had already been there 5 minutes before. And their customer service sucks. They just do everything with an attitude and begrudging, and that is kind of the way Thailand works as far as government offices. The citizens are very friendly, and the vendors in the street and stuff are cheerful. Sawadee ka, we talked about going down Walking Street. That's a different deal from banks and government offices, right? Because the banks their attitude in the Bank of Bangkok specifically, I'll find a different bank and I'll let you know if it's any different, is they're doing you a favor. Like, oh, I'm allowing you to make transactions, you need this for your visa, so we're going to have shitty attitudes and treat you like crap, and you're going to keep coming back. And, oh, you're going to let us use 800,000 baht and lend that out to Thai people at interest rates. And I don't know the interest rates. I'll ask my girl how much they charge for money. But they're using my money to lend out to other people and make money on it. And they're not giving me a friggin' dime. And they're going to give me attitude and shitty customer service. Long story short, the manager didn't know what the fuck he's doing, because he's a manager, right? If he knew what he was doing, he'd be a teller. The Peter principle. So here he's the big important head honcho who runs the place. He doesn't know how to do a fucking visa statement. So he just gave me a 3-month bank statement, and it was the wrong thing. So Miss Parn, my little killer, she comes in, boom, I got the right thing. 2 minutes. 40 minutes, I wait for the wrong piece of paper and pay $3. And she makes one phone call, and after we go to immigrate, we had lunch first. I had to feed the little one. She was hungry. When she's hungry, it's an emergency situation. We eat now. So we took Parn to lunch after I waited 40 minutes on the line at bank. And then we went to immigration, and meanwhile she called over to the Bank of Bangkok. Remember, she got me that account opened. I started to say at one point in the long video yesterday, I tried 5 times to open an account, 3 at Bank of Bangkok, which Bank Sukkok is the new name. Bank Sukkok, Bank of Bang Sukkok. 3 times I tried, twice at that branch, once in Chiang Mai at Bank of Bangkok. Bank Suck My Cock, yeah, that's it. What's Mike say? Big hairy camel cock. Yes, good point, Mike. So 3 times I tried to open and I couldn't. Then I tried K-Bank, KTB Bank, also on Walking Street. No good. You don't have the right paperwork. Parn sits down with the manager, talks less than 5 minutes, and boom, I got an account just like that. That's why you've got to pay one of those Visa company services, because they just get shit done. Why the lady spent 40 minutes talking to that Thai guy at the thing instead of having him go over to the manager and sit at the desk and do whatever the hell he was doing for 40 minutes, that would make sense. Go to the platform, go to the desk, and help the 6-7 customers in your lobby. They don't care. They don't give a shit. You wait. You need something from us, a deposit or withdrawal or a piece of paper in my case. You've been here before 5 minutes ago, but we don't care. Wait. Sit your fat ass down and wait for 40 frigging minutes. And meanwhile, Pardon was coming in on the bus, and I'm like, okay, I want to go pick her up at 12:30. I gotta go. You know, fuck you, fat boy. Sit down and wait. Give us all your money so we can lend it out, and we won't pay you a dime for it. Thank you for lending us $25,000 for free, and we'll put that money to good use, and we'll make money with it. And fuck you. We'll treat you like shit for the privilege of taking your money interest free. So 2 months. Countdown starts, 60 days, and I will take my money out of that bank and put it in another one. Will it be better in another one? We'll see, but they lost my business yesterday. I haven't been happy with them the whole time. I think I mentioned their shitty bank. They charge 220 baht to take stuff out of the thing. They have that whole province thing. They suck. Bank of Bangkok sucks cock. There you go, Bangkok. Says it right in the name. So in 2 months, I'll pull it out, and we'll go from there. So that's my follow-up. 20 minutes, not bad. Half as long as the one yesterday.